Yes, you're welcome to Digital Assets Show, 17 West African countries, Pop Central, channel 189. Olu, like my Yankee friends call me, is back live. What's the price of Bitcoin? What's the price of your shitcoin? Once Bitcoin gathers momentum, your shitcoin pumps. Pump and dump. You hurt people when you buy shitcoins. This is the only show that can make you express yourself and take you around the fast-paced world of cryptocurrency. Bitcoin on top of the food chain. 61,900 is the price of Bitcoin today with a market cap of about $1.2 trillion. If Bitcoin were a company, it would be top 10 in the world. I mean, just a little bit after Saudi Aramco, obviously Meta. Yeah, you have the likes of Amazon on top of the food chain. You have Microsoft and all of that. Yeah, but BTC is doing good. What are you buying? The NGX. Shout out to everybody at the NGX. Zero investment. It can't take you anywhere. You know, it's not financial advice. It's facts for me. I'm not a financial advisor, but I build financial services. Absolutely. Built for one of the best banks in Africa, best banks in the world. Shitcoiners wanted to hurt my ear the other time. And, you know, I've been reacting to many, antibiotics, but I'm getting better. We're back again. We're back again. It was $17,000 about 24 months ago. Today is $61,000. Where are you storing your energy? When you work so hard in a country like ours and your money get debased, where do you keep your energy? What incentivizes that hard work that you do? If it wasn't for Satoshi Nakamoto, 21 million coins only, finite. 100 million sats makes one Bitcoin. Like you have 60 kobo make 1 naira, and a couple of cents, about 100 cents make $1. The smallest units of accounts for BTC is called Satoshi, or SATs, S-A-T for shorts. Yes, this has been a tough time in the past 1 week, or in the past 2 or 3 weeks. We've spoken about the BDC. Last week we spoke about Binance. It's crazy. Central bank is going ballistics on exchanges and teaching people lessons with one of the biggest exchange in the world. Just like the DOJ indicted CZ of Binance. $170 million was paid for his bill, and then he's going to have to pay $4.3 billion. He hurts. I run an exchange too, so it's very difficult. I wish there's a way Binance can work around all of these billions. It's too much. But they are so liquid that it may not affect them. And I governments have seen and say, Binance is playing in our space. DOJ already indicted them. We said if we cash out now without printing a lot of money. without printing paper money, fiat paper money that is inflationary, the government decided to kind of throw the essay to the president, sneak a word in just to understand what the feelers would be. I think that the essay to the president knew what he was doing. He did it intentionally. Make I even see how people will respond. $10 billion was the rumor that was slammed by the government on Binance. Okay, the government through the SSA have come to deny it. I mean the SSA to the president. Mr. Bayo Nonuga or something like that. We don't know what the facts are, but some people got some messages from the NSA, that's the National Security Advisor, that's Mr. Ribadu's office, sent some type of email to special exchanges in Nigeria. We've been trying to lobby. Shout out to all of our friends lobbying over there. Please put us on the seat at the table. We need to talk. Let's have a town hall, like I always say, different from Bala Blue. It's very, very important. This is a Federal Executive Council conversation. If you had bought Bitcoin just 2 years ago, just imagine we bought $1 billion Bitcoin. We most likely will be doing about 15 billion right now. Do not listen to what they say. Look at what they do. Michael Saylor, the owner of MicroStrategy, one of the biggest financial intelligence company in the world, is buying Bitcoin and he's showing companies how it is done. Are you going to copy his playbook? Are you going to do like BlackRock, Grayscale, ARK Invest, etc.? Bitwise. All the asset managers in Nigeria, what are you guys doing? Or you will wait till Bitcoin is $150,000, then you go and buy under BlackRock and start selling to us? Pay attention. This is the Digital Assets Show. You're welcome. Yes, and on that note, I'm going to introduce you to two smart ladies, intelligent people that I have in the studio with me. We've had a tete-a-tete Before now, it was crazy. Back and forth, back and forth. When you have very, very brilliant ladies, you must be ready to learn from them. And, like I've always said, if the innovation is nice, if we're on a Bitcoin Maxi, we will definitely pay attention to it. We will give it a platform for expression. And these are ladies that needs to be spotlighted because of the kind of things that they're doing. Educating people in the Web3 space. I don't like the word Web3, but I have to say it because basically that's how the education is being put together. These are ladies who are teaching other ladies to come out of poverty, alleviate poverty, exposing them to financial literacy, to financial liberation. Please welcome on my immediate right. If you check out her Instagram, you might think she's just a superstar celebrity and trying to sell all around the world, but she's a young lady, really, really doing well. Her name is Deborah Ifegwu. She's a project, I hope I didn't spoil that name. She's a project manager in the Web3 space. Deborah, did I spoil that name or I kind of fucking
You actually spoiled it.
Pardon me. Yeah. You're welcome to the show, Deborah. You look so beautiful, real life. You don't need all of that excessive expensive makeup that you put on when you travel around. I was on your page and I wasn't liking any of the pictures, but I was stupid with all of it. How has it been being in crypto?
I'd say lovely, but then there's this bitter-sweet experience because of how volatile the market is. But all round, I love it. Like, crypto is actually the only way, if you ask me right now, because aside the fact that you get to make money, you get to learn new stuffs, you get to meet people, you get to learn about new technologies, you have absolute control of your money. And I think nothing beats that. You can be anywhere in the world and you're able to spend your money whenever you want. There's nothing going on. Like, you just have that control over your finance. And I think I love it here.
She said she thinks she loves it here. Did you hear the last set of words? You can have control over your finance. Draw your ear like this. Draw and make you the year word. The year word. Everything is not snatch. Put your money somewhere where it's not going to get debased. Thank you very much for coming. Decrypt, right? Yeah. We're going to come back to you. All the ups and downs, we're going to discuss it, right? Thank you very much. And to the far right, we have somebody who smiles a lot. Your name sounds like a name that I've heard before in Nigeria. I'm not sure what family is it, but very smart lady. She runs Women in DeFi. DeFi is DEFI, decentralized finance. Pay attention. Decentralized finance kind of empowers you to do a lot. Not necessarily completely opting out of fiat, but when you can kind of opt out of fiat and do things around smart contracts, automate your currency, liquidity pools, pledgings and stakings, and some very beautiful things happen there. I just wish everything can happen on the taproot technology, Bitcoin, but it's okay. She's very, very intelligent. She's teaching women, exposing women to financial liberation, to financial inclusion. Honestly, these women need your support. All the money bags out there, I don't know what you're putting your money on. It's not fun in the traditional fintech space any longer. This is where the fun is. So join me as I humbly, let me do a proper introduction. As I humbly introduce to you one lady that has really, really helped other ladies. And she has a family name that is very, very familiar. So in case you hear this family name, are you ready for it? Brace up. I'm scrolling so I don't spoil it. Dcrypt said I messed up her name. I don't want to mess. Aha. Sarah Idahosa.
Yeah.
That's it. Yes. Idahosa.
Yes. Yes.
That is rich. Your family's rich.
Okay, not that Idahosa. This is a different Idahosa.
It's all right. Sarah Idahosa, you're welcome to the Digital Asset Show.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you
so much.
For those people that don't understand what DeFi is, quickly, just define DeFi.
Okay. DeFi is an acronym for decentralized finance. It is basically everything you do in the financial world, but now bringing it to the blockchain, basically leveraging on blockchain technology. So I'm not even going to give you any dictionary definition. I don't want to complicate things, but just think of your finance, things you can do with your banks, how you can transact with your banks. You can invest, you can save, you can borrow, you can lend, all of those things, but now bringing to
the blockchain technology that's called decentralized finance. And like Debbie said, the opportunity where you'll be able to like have access to your finances without anyone being in charge, without like basically freedom. Now that is what DeFi offers to everyone. Freedom to your financial services. That's it.
Freedom to your financial services. These ladies are hot. If I wasn't a Bitcoin maxi, I might be in their school. I love this.
You should.
Both of you speak fluent. I won't.
We talked
But
about
collaboration
Bitcoin as well.
Yeah, but no,
Yeah.
you talk about Bitcoin?
Yes.
Yes.
Why wouldn't we?
We
like when
actually-
there's no crypto without Bitcoin.
Bitcoin, we have to be
nobody's
honest.
talking about crypto without
Send your wallet to my producer.
I
Let me
will.
give you some socks.
And I'm sending it.
Now you're
sending,
talking.
I'm sending.
Now you're talking.
Let
So, so before we immerse ourselves into this technical nitty-gritty, and of course we're going to talk about everything happening in Nigeria. I am pro Nigeria. I am pro our industry.
Yeah.
I'm not for neo-colonization
Yeah.
of money.
Money.
You feel me? After what
Yes.
has happened, right?
Yeah.
So I'd rather keep it here. So for those people that don't know about you, you got like 30 seconds. Paint us a story. Where were you before you discovered the Bitcoin and crypto, and just brief biodata real quick.
Okay, so like I would say just 3 years ago I was this struggling. I don't want to say struggling, but like
We've all been there.
yeah, do you get
And we're still going through it.
in school, worried about what's going to happen after school, what are the opportunities out there for me. I know I'm skilled, I know I have all this knowledge and all that, but like where do I use it, how do I use it? Because I've seen people who were even before me finish their whole education and their whole school thing, and there's like no opportunity for them out there, so you have to like build something for yourself. And good for me, I have siblings, like my brothers are into crypto, so I started hearing them talk about Bitcoin and the other cryptocurrencies. I started seeing them working and building projects like wallets, like exchanges, and I just decided to start learning. And then I dived deeper. I started doing my own research, because nobody's going to teach you about Bitcoin.
Nobody's
or about
coming to
crypto
save you,
Yeah.
actually.
more than you would teach yourself.
Absolutely.
So I was able to get like the pointers, and then I went all in and did my own research. I started looking for how I could make money from it, how I could grow my money, all of that. So I literally started this space with $0, just myself and my phone to research. And then when I learned about it, I discovered how I could use my existing skill to like work for crypto projects. And I started working in this space, and I started earning cryptocurrencies that I could trade, invest, and that's how I grew my money in the space. Yeah.
You know, when you're stacking in this space, and it's this level of pride. All right, we want to go a quick break, but before we're going to break, I'd like to quickly hear your story too. So you have like 30 seconds. Where were you? I mean, tell me your Bitcoin story, and of course, I know you're a shitcoin or something. your crypto story.
Yeah, so I think I've known about Bitcoin for the longest time, because I schooled in an environment where literally a lot of guys there, they were dealing with Bitcoin. I don't want to talk about that, but you all should know what that means. But I wasn't really interested in it, because then I was a science student. I was studying microbiology in school, basically. But I don't know, along the line, sometime during the pandemic, I got to be in a session like this with a couple of friends. We were just discussing, and one of them was just talking about Ethereum, how it was doing a sort of like crowdfunding at that time. I think they used to call it then smart contracts, but it's actually crowdfunding. And he introduced me into one of them. I think it was called Million Money. And it made me actually stack up a lot of Ethereum. But for a novice who actually didn't really know the value of what she had in her wallet, they actually taught me how to set up a wallet and whatnot. I was just there because I needed to make money. I was broke. Come on. Everybody needed to survive during the pandemic. And somehow, I think when the price of Ethereum skyrocketed at that time, I think it touched about 1.5 or thereabouts. I was like, what? This thing was usually $217 or thereabouts when I got it. So, and I stacked up a lot of Ethereum. I don't want to tell you how many Ethereum I had at that time. So because of how like I had sold most of them, and I saw how the price moved, I was like, okay, I have to learn about this thing. And I got to learn more about Ethereum. I now had like the opportunity to go study Bitcoin more, because I now realized that, okay, Ethereum wouldn't have been present if there was no Bitcoin. Yeah. So I had to like study, like learn more about the technology and all. And ever since then, I've been here like teaching more women to how they can also be financially independent. Because I know my story, I know where I came from. So I wouldn't want other women to like still be experiencing what I experienced in the past. That was why I was like, yeah. A friend of mine recently said, like, we're just having a discussion. It was like, if I didn't learn about Ethereum back then, I'll probably be working in one microfinance bank right now, or working in the laboratory as a microbiologist. But yeah, thanks to the blockchain, thanks to Ethereum, thanks to Bitcoin, here I am right now on this show.
As beautiful, as sweet as that story is, as I want to go on a quick break, the Ethereum has been stuck in my ear. Vitaly Buterin used to work for Bitcoin magazine, as a matter of fact. So if it wasn't for Bitcoin, there won't be no other Ethereum, etc., etc. I love your stories. They're beautiful. Let's go make some money. And when we come back, it's going to be massive education on your one and only DAS, Digital Assets Show. Olu will be right back. You're welcome back to DAS on Pop Central. Honestly, it hurts me so much. Every time I have money in the bank, it hurts crazy. The crazy amount of deductions, the deductibles applied to our Naira is too much. About 5 to 6 charges. And that's if you're doing direct transfer from your application. And if you're out there trying to cash out from POS, it's terrible. Or use your card, it's even more terrible. They say it's 29% inflation. I want to believe it's about 35%. Now wow. Emi Lokon. Help us. So if you can't really fix things immediately because I know these policies can, take flight instantly, you definitely have to, kind of soften the ground for the crypto community. You feel me? This is the way Nigerians are, surviving. Daisy, Baba, Daisy. So welcome back, my pretty intelligent ladies. So Decrypt, as you're fondly called.
Yeah.
I heard your story and I see what you're doing. But if you're going to define yourself to the world, right? How would you like people to see you? What would you say you are doing? How would you address yourself? Or just, this is not telling us about your background any longer, like your current status. Give me like a pitch of who you are in another 25 seconds.
Okay, so does this include what I do in the crypto space?
Yeah, go ahead. Don't shield the coins, but just be general.
I feel that's like the most interesting part of my life right now.
Yeah, but don't shield the coins because you don't want the producer to send you invoice.
No, I wouldn't.
No adverts. Yes, except you're gonna bring the ad money. I don't take shitcoin money. You can write to the TV station. Maybe we can have that conversation.
Okay.
All right. So
Go ahead.
yeah, basically about me, what I do right now is work with Web3 projects, crypto projects. As I said earlier, I'm a project manager and community builder. So what that means is that we know how crypto is 100% community. Yes. Whatever it is that you're building in the crypto space, you need people to use it. And because crypto is not particularly mainstream, so the people in the crypto community, you want them to be a fan of your project. So you need community builders to actually rally around and build people from the crypto community to find out about your product and get to use it. So that's basically what I do. And then because crypto is very volatile, I try to put my money in as much crypto as I can so I can make that quick profit.
And cash out.
Yeah, and also hold the ones that I know are going to even do really well, like
do you
Bitcoin.
hold Bitcoin?
Yes,
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You can take a 5.
So the cryptos that I'm so sure that would really, really be a game changer in the next few years, like Bitcoin, the ones. So
I don't know. But I know Bitcoin.
I just hold those ones because I feel like they are my ticket to the future. That's what it is about me.
You see, I love it when people use the type of keyword that is so that breeds togetherness. You said community.
Yeah.
Very unlike the traditional banks.
Yeah.
Right.
Sarah, the traditional banks build customer base.
Yes.
They don't build
community.
Yeah.
I tell them. So my company in 2017, we built the United Bank of Africa Diaspora Banking application. So if you use UBA to send money outside Nigeria, I think the earliest code base is from me. From you. And my team.
Wow.
Right, yes. So we've been in the monetary space for some time. But, I realized they build as beautiful, as efficient as they are, as large as they are in about 20 African countries. At the time it was about 16 million customers.
Wow.
It was about customers.
Yeah.
It wasn't about community.
Community.
So hearing that from Deborah, sparked my curiosity. Building communities for women in this space, knowing women are very skeptical. At the same time, I know when women catch onto something, they're all into it. Are you going through challenges? Did you go through challenges? Have you been able to fund yourself? Because I know it's not easy. So paint me a story of your journey in that space and how you're juggling it out.
Okay. So in 2021, or rather, I got into Spain in 2020, but fully in 2021.
After the pandemic or before the pandemic? Or right
during
during
during the
You
pandemic.
need an escape route.
Exactly. So because of that, I had to look for another, like you said, an escape route, and I had to learn about the technology. And at the time I got into the space, when I have conversations on WhatsApp group chats, on Telegram groups about cryptocurrency, about blockchain, I would realize that I would probably be either the only lady speaking or two other ladies speaking with me in a session where you find up to 100 listeners, or you have 10 speakers, just one lady is speaking. So I found So I found it so awkward because I wanted to be in a space where while I'm speaking, there should be other women who would also be able to come up with points, come and challenge what I'm saying. You should be able to argue, not just listening, but you should come up and say, oh, Sarah, what you're saying is wrong. It wasn't there at that time. So I spoke with a couple of friends of mine. I was like, okay, let's do something to educate women more about blockchain technology and let them know that it's not as technical as you think it is. Because I'm not going to lie, when I started off in the space, if not for the fact that I'm someone who, I want to make money. I have to be honest. What brought me to this space was money, because I was broke.
Exactly.
It was boring at the beginning, having to learn, understand what nodes are. You're telling me, okay, why? I can't even see the computer physically, so how are you explaining this thing? So I know a couple of other ladies who actually started learning with me, and they fell off along the way because it was technical for them. So I needed to bring other women who have seen that they are succeeding in the space. Let's come together. Let's look for the simplest ways, the easiest ways to educate other women about this technology and let them come up and come into the space. And that's how women in DeFi got bettered in 2022. We clocked 2 years. That's February 18th this year, and it's been really wonderful. But I have to be honest, it's been difficult because it's one thing to have an idea, it's another thing to be able to tell people, okay, come and do this, and for these people to actually take it serious. On one aspect, most times when they come, I think after a week or two or a month, they start giving reasons why they can't continue. And we realize that most of them is actually due to finance. You've not learned, you're already thinking of how much you want to invest, and it's terrible.
It's terrible. That's what I tell them.
Yes.
So how do I buy Bitcoin? No. You go and do your 100 to 1,000 hours first. Don't buy Bitcoin. Stop sending me a message that you want to buy Bitcoin. Because that's how you're going to send me a message and say, Bitcoin don't they fall.
Yes. You said it. That's just the truth. Because I've had a lot of ladies who you're not even up to a month learning about this now. You're already saying, today, I have to be honest.
Bitcoin is going up.
On my way here, someone sent me an article, and I was like, "Oh, Sarah, can you please explain this? Will it affect us?" I was saying, "Calm down. It does not affect you in any way." So, things like this are actually why I said, "Okay, let's have women in DeFi. Let's bring more women. Let them see that they can actually do more. They can actually do better than just being a nail tech." Please, I'm not insulting other nail techs, but come on, you ladies are doing well, but I feel like you should also be in the tech space. You can still be doing your you can still be a nail tech and still be talking about economics, be talking about blockchain and whatnot.
Absolutely.
So although since we kicked off, I'm not gonna lie, we've been running on basically personal finances and contribution from friends, who have been supporting what we've been doing. But yeah, it's a mission I said I want to embark on. I have a goal, top of my head, 2 million women in blockchain. Yes.
Wow,
and
awesome.
I plan to make it happen.
And you're going to make it happen. We're going to support you. Hold your thoughts. We're coming back to that.
Okay.
Hey, we're going to support you to make it happen, right?
Thank you.
But you're going to promise me one thing, that you're going to allow us educate those women more in Bitcoin. I'm going to ensure that locally and internationally, the Bitcoin community supports the women. I mean, because once you free women, once women have complete financial freedom, there's a certain level of next generation that will also have that freedom too. Guaranteed.
Yes.
Right. I can't really talk for the man, even though I'm a man. But well done with what you're doing, both of you.
Thank you.
You see, I'm really impressed, because a lot of men are rather selfish. Just they see the way to make this money, and it's not really about
Impact.
others. It's impact. It's about
Yeah.
them. So you're being impactful. And this is what myself and the chief operating officer of the FinTech Association of Nigeria spoke about here, because they're trying to also be interoperable with cryptocurrency, and it's about funding, it's about skillmanship, upgrading skills. So yeah, well done once again. We'll shift and come into Nigeria proper, the things happening around us. Before then, I want to quickly talk about Bitcoin. Once again, in the next 12 days, we're going to have the next 50 difficulty adjustment. Yes. And unconfirmed transaction on the blockchain is about 142,675 transactions on the blockchain right now. So average of transaction fee is very high right now. If you run a node, you're going to be paying for no parity to low parity is going to be about $1.21 to $3.30. But if you want to ensure that your transaction move very fast, medium, and high parity, it's going to be about 51 sats per V byte. So that's, you have to multiply 51 sat per native segue transaction size V byte of 140. So 51 sats per V bytes by 140. That's, you're going to get the price, the fee, the basic minor fee that you're going to pay. And of course, exchanges will add that will add theirs on top of it. So you see blockchain, you see Binance, you see all of them. If the main pool says it's $4.51 for a Bitcoin transaction, you're going to see on exchanges $6, $7, $8, $9, $10, $11, $12. It depends on how greedy the exchange is. A lot of exchanges are very, very greedy. Binance on the top of the food chain. I don't have beef with Binance. The only beef I have with Binance is because CZ unfollowed me. And I've said it over and over again. He followed me. I celebrated it everywhere 3 weeks after. Because I said Binance had 21 validators, which they do. At the time, maybe they still have more than that, less than that, I don't know. I don't know who goes snitch for him, say you follow me. Maybe make him unfollow me. But it's okay. Block heights right now is about 832,847. And in the last 22 minutes, the last block had almost 4,313 transactions worldwide. The incoming block in the next 10 minutes, Bitcoin block, that's the transaction way all of us, they do. We don't enter now. We never settle. When you do that transaction, you see one confirmation, two confirmation. Yes, there are confirmations getting into the block. Eventually when the block is discovered by a miner, is because it's called the block reward and the block subsidy of 6.25. By April, thereabout, when we're going to be having a halving event here at Pop House, Pop Central, the mining block reward will be cut in half. And you will not have 6.25 again. You will have 3.125. Bitcoin price is 60,000 plus today. How much will Bitcoin price be when it is even scarcer? So about 3,351 transactions incoming in the next 10 minutes. Nothing short of $5 per transaction. But you can still use that same $5 to send $1 billion. Better than PayPal, better than MasterCard, better than anybody's charges in the entire world. Pay attention. Bitcoin is changing lives. The BDCs recently got recapitalized by central bank. So they have tier 1, tier 2. You need 2 billion paid up capital shares, I think so, for you to be a tier 1 BDC national, and I think about 500 million for tier 2. And I think central bank has started giving them money back. I think they're giving them about $20,000 now. They revoked the licenses about 4,000 people. Before then, I spoke with somebody who's like a leader in the space. Alhaji Aminu Guadabe is the top person for the BDCs, the chairman and president of APCON. That's the Association of Bureau de Change in Nigeria. It's a very heavyweight organization. We don't have that in the crypto space. Yes, we have miniature this thing. We need to come together and be that big. So they had issues with Binance, being speculative. So they're always putting words out. And in as much as Binance is not Nigeria's economic problem, they didn't cause all our economic woes, right? But some level of manipulation happen on their exchange when it comes to fixing tether price, synthetic dollar price. Do you think that the crypto space in Nigeria, right, can interoperate with the BDCs and can really, really have a healthy relationship. Because I told Alaji and the people that cared to listen at the time that, look, usually we need dollar, to transact in that space, because we can't get dollar. Even Nigeria said they find it very hard to get FX. That's why we're all buying synthetic dollar, So if we can, marry, and dollars can be easy to get, what's up? We can actually have a beautiful working relationship.
Yeah.
And it was all in for it. So do you think that as the central bank is chasing Binance, is something that is going to really distort the growth that we've had since the virtual asset service provider guidelines came out some weeks ago, and we celebrated it before the end of 2023? Do you think that the BDCs can interoperate with the crypto sector? Do you think that the crypto sector, Bitcoin on top of the food chain, and every other thing that concerns it, I don't like shit. Yeah, can really, really help add value to the economic growth of Nigeria? So all of this question in one, paint me a picture. I'm going to start with you.
We know how interested Nigerians are when it comes to crypto. And one of the reasons is because of how hard it is to transact internationally in the country. So with platforms like Binance that have made it super easy to just easily buy the synthetics and all that.
Nigerian government, you are in trouble. Did you hear that from a young lady? Chasing Binance is really not the solution. Paying attention to us, to these women, is really the solution. Go ahead, Decrypt.
So I don't know how we're going to do it, because since the whole Binance P2P ban and everybody looking for the next good exchange to use to get this USDT and all of that, it's been hell. Personally, I think that day I was trying to exchange a few USDT to Naira, and I just got stuck with the other person with my USDT already, because I already placed the trade and I didn't get the Naira as well. So there was a huge panic. There still is. So for me that create crypto content online, or I teach people how to make money in USDT or USD online, and then I also show them how to get their USDT and turn it into Naira, it's going to be really difficult for me to even try to paint any picture to them, because the exchanges that they can easily use, they are pushing them away. And Nigeria has lots of talent, lots of tech talents that get to work for projects abroad and all of that. And one of the easiest ways we accept money is in crypto, which is USDT. Because even PayPal, I don't know if you know, but we can't.
PayPal is terrible, don't worry.
Do you get? So all of the means of transaction is terrible when it comes to Nigeria. We can't really transact, but then crypto is making it super easy. Exchanges are making it easy. I don't know what Nigerian government problem is with crypto, but I don't think it's the reason why we're going through whatever it is that we're going through in the economy.
But do you kind of think that there is some level of manipulation going on Binance at some time before the it might be draconian the way the Nigerian government went to sweep on Binance and then sent a shockwave to every other person trying to play. We're going to come to that, because I believe that, look, no exchange will go to the United States of America, will not be registered officially, will operate illegally, and then begin to trade synthetic dollar against their own currency. No exchange. Security Exchange Commission of Nigeria, a commission backed by law, have declared Binance illegal twice. They call the bluff of Nigerian government.
Wait, I don't. Okay, so are you saying that Binance is not registered in Nigeria?
This is national television. The SEC said if they are registered, they should throw their CAC registration form out there.
That's
or registration certificate out there. So let's tell ourselves the truth. It's about, if you say it's about community building, what community do you belong to? I belong to the Black community. I belong to Nigeria. I don't have any other country as my country. I haven't nationalized elsewhere yet.
Yeah.
Even with my mom and my sister, my brothers are citizens of the United States and UK respectively. They are always asking me, what are you doing with this crypto Bitcoin thing in Nigeria? And I'm like, look, this is the nascent stage. When it takes off, we will be the leaders, right? And we will impact lives positively. Yeah. So how many of us can go and operate in America without being licensed? And then it's impossible. Yeah. So I'll bring that to you, women in DeFi.
Yeah.
how do we ensure that this space is properly sanitized such that it favors people at home? Funding has been difficult for you.
Yeah.
It's difficult for all of us. Don't let the lifestyle deceive you.
Yeah.
It's not easy for any of us. I've never raised funding. I don't know what it feels like to raise funding. I hear my friends raise millions of dollars. Some fail, some succeed.
Yeah.
I do transaction in that volume, but I've never raised money like that.
Yeah.
Don't you think that if this space is properly sanitized by the FG and there is a level playing field, women in DeFi will see the right and deserved investment from, for example, you don't have to go and beg a Binance. They will see what you're doing.
Absolutely.
And then because you've been empowered by policies that favor you, you've been empowered by laws that favor you. So don't you think that to some extent, what Nigerian government is doing is also to give a fair opportunity to local exchanges? Because I say 10-0 is the scores against local exchanges with Binance around because they are more liquid.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
So the thing is, to me, we still have, I don't know how to put it, like, I think in the future, like, businesses and the government and crypto, they are going to actually work together, because I've been privileged to be in like different trainings that they've had with these security agencies when it comes to finance. Like, I have personally facilitated a training with them that was organized by one blockchain project previously in the past. That was like 2 years ago. But the whole thing is, I think before we all got, like, before the news we got last year, the end of 2023, where they now started issuing like the opportunity to, like, I think crypto came back or so.
Yeah, the virtual asset service provider guidelines came from SEC, and CBN lifted the ban on the transactions.
For them to have done that, it simply means there was something on the works. Something was definitely going on the ground. But right now, I would want to tilt to the direction of what you said about this is them trying to like level the playing field for local exchanges. Because I have, due to these sessions I've had with them, I've had the privilege of listening to like what they've said on their own, and most of them, they're like, oh, most of this project, they just come to Nigeria because they feel that, oh, no one is going to hold them accountable to anything. They just start operating, and at the end of the day, it makes it now seem like the government doesn't want to work with them. I am not advocating for the government, because I know a lot of crypto bros would like probably misunderstand what I'm saying right now.
I get feel free.
Yes,
if,
I know
if the
most of
crypto
them.
bro is not funding you, you have to really liberate yourself from cancel culture. So don't care.
Yeah. So like what I mean is, I think this is just an opportunity for them to probably want to have that discussion with them.
Beautiful.
But the way they went about it is what would say, yes, it's wrong. Yeah. If they had, like, the way they said they came to Nigeria to have this conversation with them, if probably one day we just said, okay, Binance said you're not going to like be operating in Nigeria anymore. Yeah, people will just see that, okay, something is going on that. A lot of people won't be talking about things they're talking about right now on Twitter, on Instagram. But just hearing all of a sudden that, oh, Binance Peer-to-Peer just stopped working out of the blue, people were like trading. That was what caused the uproar, if I'm being honest. So like, I think that if a time is going to come whereby these problems are going to be off it, and we're going to have a lot more of like our guys like Roku and Quidax is no longer functioning. Is that Quidax?
What happened to Quidax?
Is that Quidax? I don't know.
Bucci's business? Bucci, what happened to your business? I'm not sure. I think Quidax is still good.
If Quidax is still good, like I think that the time is going to come where
Roku, they sell a lot of shit coins on Roku.
Yes, I know.
I've been able to chat with SA one time like that. Smart co-founders, but there's too much shitcoin over there.
So I feel like a time is going to come where they will be able to like transact freely about crypto, but we're not there yet. That's something we just need to know and first understand.
And we have to come together.
We have to come together. Like, just going on Twitter and throwing shades at the government is not going to help matters.
Hold your thoughts. I love the way you reason. Hold your thought. I love the way you reason. Decrypt. Now, let's shape on this again. You know, the government is their listener. We have about 10 minutes, and I really want us to, when we're discussing intelligent conversation, time flies.
Yeah.
You know, if they say, TikTok, this thing, now we get time. You know, so, haven't heard what she said.
Yeah.
I also am of the school of thought that the way Nigerian government went about, too much free advert for Binance. Wow.
Right.
Chasing that company. It's more like 2 steps forward for the crypto space, adoption and,
Yes.
players trying to get sets for licensing. Then about 10 steps backward because of this vague news of sanctions.
Right.
Yeah, that we really don't know what the
fine,
facts
and
are. Now, what would you rather want to see? How would you prefer to operate in this ecosystem? Do you want to remain dependent on foreign companies, foreign product ideas, sending you those FX? And of course, Nigerian Naira, if it's still dwindling.
That's insane.
Are we going to have a Tony Elumelu? Are we going to have a late Albert Igwe?
No.
You know what I mean? So, like I say it again, Coinbase custody about 90% of the volume, Bitcoin volume of the spot Bitcoin ETFs of BlackRock and the rest of them. And Coinbase is now in partnership with Yellow Card. I don't know Yellow Card as much, but I know they're big, right? And the founder, I've heard of him before. I've never interacted with him. Maybe one day we're going to interact. It's not also a Nigerian.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
And
not.
that is already 2-0 for Nigerians with Yellow Card and with Coinbase behind Yellow Card, not behind an homegrown, Nigerian-owned business. Have Nigerians on their board. Local content in the oil and gas sector. Don't you think that's already an own goal for all of us? You're going to speak, but I'm throwing this question at her right now.
Okay, so as someone that works with a lot of crypto projects, I even said it when I saw the news, I immediately said this is like the right time for Nigerian exchanges, crypto projects. If you have a P2P business, whatever it is that you do, like this is the time to build and like create that awareness for your project, show how competent you are, because the volume is here. There are people that wants to use your platform. We want to be able to trust you and just be sure that your platform works. So this is like the time to come together as Nigerians and get to use our own platform. But then from founders we can trust, because there's a lot of stories, like there's a lot of things going on from the whole last year and 2 years ago, the whole fintech saga.
Yeah.
They raise money and then they don't build
Especially
the
$2 million.
product.
Once you raise $2 million, like this, no problem.
So they don't build the products. And because of that, there's this dependency that Nigerians already have with other projects when they come. We just believe that, because they care about the volume, they'll keep improving their product for us to use. But meanwhile, the Nigerian project, I don't know if they care about the volume or they just care about that raise. Let me just get that one raise and dip. So you get that. So
Like Wakanda,
do you get...
trash coin.
So I am really, really looking forward and rooting for all exchanges, Nigerian exchanges that will be coming up now. I am really rooting forward. I'm even willing to collaborate to see what we can do and how we can even educate my community and my audience about the exchanges and how they can carry out these transactions in Nigeria without the external exchanges coming to pack our volume, all that type of stuff. So now is the real, we have the time to do like the groundwork, the real work. If we are willing to like get to work, then Binance, Coinbase, whoever, they don't even stand a chance anymore, because we know these things. We understand crypto, we understand our volume, we understand it, but we just are not building as much as we should, which we should start doing actually.
Thank you very much. I love that. You wanted to chime in real quick. We don't have a lot of time. Do that.
So the thing is, still, I think she has said most of what I wanted to say. Our founders, I would say they are not doing enough. Most of them make it seem like, yes, they are. And they're actually people who actually know what they are doing, but they don't have opportunities to the right funding to bring out what they are doing. And while those of them that they've had the opportunity to gain funding, they are doing nothing. I was privileged to work with a project.
I got to bring you back because we need to talk about that. Yeah, because I have some stories to share.
Yes, I was privileged to work with a project last year. No, 2 years ago, actually. I stopped working with them by December 2022. And everybody thought that they were going to be the next Binance of Africa. I also thought that they were going to be...
You want to mention names? Let's go.
No. I don't want to go...
Throw the shot. How come I don't know the project? Oh, that shitcoin project you got to be.
No, like...
Stop. My producer, do you know the project? Come on.
No, I'm not going to
Did you guys get paid from the project? Please.
I'm not going to do that.
Send some thousands of dollars my way.
I can't do that on public TV. Like, I worked with these guys. They had the right goals. They had the right vision. Like, I was able, because I led the African community, basically. I was rallying people from Nigeria, from Kenya, from Ghana to work with them. And a lot of big guys in the Nigerian crypto space, like KOLs, Nigerian influencers, okay, they saw the project, they saw what they were doing, and they're like, oh, this is going to be the next Binance. You may actually know the project, but I don't want to call their name here. But all of a sudden, those of us working with them, what's going on? Nothing was happening. We kept bringing in users, but the product was not coming out. Products was not coming out. They got funding, $23 million.
And they dipped. Oh my God.
But the products never came out.
I know the
That's what I'm saying.
Them niggas bought Banana Island houses, Lucky houses, and Benzes. They're jackpot. Be careful. Be careful out there. It's crazy.
Now this is the thing. I spoke with a VC like sometime last week because due to this project, like when I worked with them, I was able to build my network.
Okay, good.
So there are a couple of people I connected with on LinkedIn and whatnot. And there was this lady and she helps African projects raise. And she was like, seeing this project in particular, that right now our work is a lot easier because now she has a lot of African founders like that really know what they are doing. And even people that want to like work with, like they are building products out of Africa, out of Nigeria. Yeah. But to get funds for these people now, it's a problem because these people have already created they've tainted the reputation of Nigerians. Yeah. So now what most of these VCs or angels, what they hear when you say, I'm a Nigerian founder or I'm building an exchange or like a blockchain infrastructure, basically, they'll think you're just out there to eat their money. Exactly. Because the previous ones that they've given money to, they've not done anything.
Hold your thought. They've not done anything. They've just collected money.
Yes.
If I give it a chance, you're going to talk for 3 hours.
Honestly.
Send me a bill. The producer is me. I'm the producer. Go there here now. They're going to send us a bill. So we got to go.
Okay.
But I want you to share your last words. Keep it short and simple. Look into your camera, and if you have the opportunity to sit at the Federal Executive Council, where you have the central bank governor, where you have the Minister for Finance, where you have maybe the Vice President or anybody in charge of economy, what are you going to say to them, knowing all of the problems we're going through now, and you have the opportunity to stand and represent your community? When I say your community, the entire crypto space.
Okay, so every single problem we have in finance, in politics, and just a lot of our problem in Nigeria can actually be solved with the blockchain technology. That's what I know for sure, especially the finance, because there's always problem of misallocation or money doing this and money doing that or whatever it is that's causing the inflation. But with blockchain, you can literally like track the finance and everything that's going on in the country in real time. So life will be a lot easier if the government can collaborate with the techies, like the tech enthusiasts building blockchain infrastructures in Nigeria to actually come up with things that can solve lots of problems in the country. So and that's not just about the finance aspect, including the politics. Like I said, the voting. You can literally track the voting and like conduct the election on the blockchain. Personally, I also work with, can I say this?
Don't sell no market. Don't sell no market.
Like
round up your points.
Yeah, I'm trying to talk about the use case of blockchain and how far we can go as a country if we actually start introducing this technology bit by bit into our everyday life. We can use it in logistics, we can use it in politics, we can use it in our finance, we can use it in the education sector as well. So life will be a lot more easier if we can really channel our energy to building on the blockchain or like introducing this tech that will make Nigeria a better place for this generation.
That's
like
basically
my
saying
generation.
building on trust.
Yeah.
Trust technology. Mm-hmm. Your last words for Nigeria. You talk like me for Africa. Please keep it 30 seconds.
Okay. All right.
No, knowing fully well that Cardoso may be watching, the president or his aides may be watching. This is your one opportunity.
Okay.
Like, sell the market of our industry and be sincere about it.
Okay. I would say that the blockchain is not a problem for Nigeria. First of all, if you want to solve the problem in Nigeria, you have to make Nigerians trust Naira. You have to let them trust their currency. Because the only reason why people are running to these exchanges to transact with USDT is because they've lost faith in the Naira. So you have to first build trust in Naira by bringing back liquidity into the market, because we don't have that. Naira has no liquidity, for being honest. That's one. Then for the blockchain has been able to it helps to make things accountable, people accountable. If you're complaining that maybe you as a leader, for example, you don't have a problem, probably those working with you are the problem. There's nothing wrong using a concept in blockchain technology to hold people accountable, to know how money is being moved around. That's where you can say, this is who you're going to hold if you allocated money for this particular thing and it doesn't go. So blockchain has made things a lot more easier in that aspect. Accountability. It now makes people to be able to trust. The only reason why a lot of Nigerian youths today are running to blockchain technology because they've seen it that it's a route where they can actually be who they want to be. They can actually lead lives. Personally, it has changed my life. If not for blockchain technology, I'll probably be earning 30,000 naira monthly or 60,000 naira monthly.
Bomb
but
dropped.
I know what I am earning monthly
Bomb
now,
dropped.
thanks to it.
Wow.
And it has helped, it has changed the lives of so many other youths. So if you actually want to start solving the problems of this country, instead of thinking of ways to clamp it down, you should think of ways to actually utilize it to make the country a lot better. And Debbie has already given us use cases. So thank you.
And there is a national blockchain policy, right?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Time fast spent. I want to thank you so much,
Thank you so much.
Sarah Idahosa. She's not the Idahosa Christian family, but Idahosa. And Decrypt, Deborah Ifegwu. I really appreciate you. I would love to bring you back, and I'm inviting you for the Alvin event. It's on the 22nd, on the Monday, not a weekend, on Monday here. We're going to send you an exclusive invite. Don't worry, you're not going to pay for it. And we'll see how we can marry with your communities and see how we can educate them with Bitcoin and even expose them to platforms like this. If you have people doing fantastic stuff, creating innovations, Pop Central is the leading television station putting a platform for expression for people in our space. There's nowhere on DSTV you're going to find this kind of program. So reach out to me and we'll give you a platform for expression anytime, any day.
Great.
Okay.
Thank
Well
you.
done. I love you guys. I think I have eaten into my time. I can't talk no more. These women are very, very fantastic. And I'm glad that Bitcoin brought them into the entire ecosystem. Thank you for sticking with me today. Thank you to my producer, CJ. Shout out to Das Podcast, #1 man on the social media. My guy, he loves trading Bitcoin. Storm Thunder. Shout out to Pop Central. And buy Bitcoin. It's going to change your life. But please do your education. Odabo.